Hello, friends. The problem is, most people resist this idea. They believe that if they stop caring, they will lose motivation, that letting go means giving up. But this is a misunderstanding. Not caring does not mean apathy. It does not mean laziness. It means shifting your focus to what truly matters and freeing yourself from the weight of unnecessary burdens. Montaigne encouraged us to embrace imperfection, not just in ourselves, but in the world around us. He understood that striving for absolute control is an exhausting, never-ending battle. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how much we try to plan, prepare, or manipulate outcomes, there will always be things beyond our reach. So why not surrender to this truth? Why not accept that mistakes, failures, and uncertainties are simply part of existence? Consider how much lighter you would feel if you stopped trying to control every detail of your life. If you stopped overanalyzing every decision, if you stopped fearing failure and instead saw it as just another step in your journey. Montaigne reminds us that every great thinker, leader, and artist in history has faced failure, rejection, and misunderstanding. Yet they didn't allow these things to define them. They moved forward, unbothered by the opinions of the crowd, because they understood that true success is not found in external validation. It is found in living authentically. And here's where it gets interesting. When you adopt this mindset, people begin to notice. You become more confident, more magnetic, and more in control of your own life. Not because you're forcing anything, but because you're no longer wasting energy on things that don't serve you. Have you ever wondered why some people seem effortlessly successful while others struggle despite working tirelessly? The difference is not always talent or intelligence or even hard work. It's mindset. Those who thrive understand that detachment from unnecessary worries allows them to focus on what truly matters. Montaigne's wisdom teaches us, the more we release, the more we gain. When we stop fearing failure, we take more risks. When we stop seeking approval, we become more authentic. When we stop trying to control everything, we allow space for unexpected opportunities to arise. This is why the philosophy of not caring, when applied correctly, is not about giving up, but about gaining freedom. It's about choosing where to direct your energy, focusing only on what brings meaning, and refusing to be held back by distractions that add no real value to your life. Think about your own life for a moment. How much of your stress comes from worrying about what others think? How many times have you hesitated to pursue something you truly wanted because you fear judgment? How often do you replay past mistakes in your mind, as if punishing yourself will somehow change them? Montaigne's approach liberates us from these mental chains. He reminds us that the past is gone, the future is uncertain, and the only thing we truly own is the present moment. And when you fully embrace this truth, everything begins to shift. But there's more. In the next part, we explore a surprising insight. Detachment, rather than leading to isolation, actually creates deeper and more meaningful connections with others. There's a strange paradox in life. The moment you stop needing something, it often comes to you effortlessly. When you stop chasing approval, people respect you more. When you stop fearing failure, opportunities arise. And when you stop trying to control everything, life begins to flow in ways you never expected. This is one of the most profound lessons in Montaigne's philosophy. Detachment is not a form of escape. It is a path to deeper fulfillment. By letting go of the need to force outcomes, you open yourself to the natural rhythm of life. And in doing so, you begin to experience something truly remarkable, a sense of peace, power, and connection. But here's the question. If detachment is so powerful, why don't most people embrace it? The answer is simple: fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of what might happen if we stop micromanaging every aspect of our lives. Society has conditioned us to believe that control equals security, that if we try hard enough, plan carefully enough, and worry intensely enough, we can shape the world to our liking. But Montaigne reminds us this is an illusion. No amount of control can eliminate uncertainty. No amount of planning can prevent the unexpected. No amount of worrying can change reality. Instead of resisting life, he invites us to embrace it exactly as it is, with all its unpredictability, imperfection, and chaos. Now think about your relationships. How many conflicts arise because of unmet expectations? How much suffering is caused by the desire to make people act a certain way? How often do we try to control the opinions, actions, and emotions of others only to end up frustrated, disappointed, or hurt? Montaigne understood that true connection is not about control, it is about acceptance. The more you allow others to be themselves without trying to change them, the deeper and more genuine your relationships become. This is why those who practice detachment often experience greater love, respect, and admiration. They do not suffocate others with demands or expectations. They do not need constant reassurance. They exist in a state of calm confidence, allowing others to come and go freely. And ironically, this makes them more attractive, more respected, and more valued. Have you ever noticed that the people who are most desperate for attention often receive the least of it, and that those who are at peace with themselves naturally draw others in? This is the power of letting go. Montaigne believed that the way we relate to others is a direct reflection of how we relate to ourselves. If we are constantly seeking validation, it means we haven't fully accepted ourselves. If we fear being alone, it means we haven't become comfortable in our own company. If we need others to act a certain way to feel secure, it means we have not cultivated our own inner stability. But the moment you shift your focus inward, when you stop trying to control people, when you stop fearing loneliness, when you stop measuring your worth by external standards, you become truly free. Think about it. How much of your emotional energy is spent reacting to others? How often do you let someone else's opinion ruin your day? How many times have you held on to resentment, anger, or disappointment only to realize later it served no purpose? Montaigne teaches us that peace comes from within, not from the approval of others. And once you understand this, your entire approach to life changes. Imagine walking through the world unshaken by criticism. Imagine facing uncertainty without fear. Imagine being able to love and appreciate people without feeling the need to control them. This is what happens when you stop caring about the things that don't truly matter. And here's the most important part. Letting go does not mean withdrawing from life. It does not mean becoming indifferent or emotionless. It means engaging with the world fully, but without attachment, without unnecessary worry, and without the need to force outcomes. Montaigne's philosophy is about balance. It's about caring deeply about the things that truly matter, your values, your purpose, your inner peace, while releasing the things that drain your energy and serve no real purpose. So ask yourself, what can you let go of today? What unnecessary weight have you been carrying? And what would your life look like if you simply trusted that things will fall into place? Because the moment you stop caring about the wrong things, the right things find their way to you.